one tiny flame still going. It's like this little tiny flame that you have, and it's been hit by water, it's been hit by wind, people have stomped on it, and there's still that little tiny spark still going. When you put a big piece of wood on, beside that, the flame can start to catch onto this wood and make something really cool, make something really amazing, which is really amazing. So, um, with that, I want to start with saying to make art that is for you. Art should be fun, it should be creative, it should be a place to play, to experiment, to doodle. Like, can I lift this up without things going haywire? Like just making like little doodles in a sketchbook. Or making little doodles on shipping labels. Art can be a really fun thing. Just picking up pieces of paper and starting to cutting up a magazine or a newspaper and sticking that together, making a collage. It's important to have both the digital and the physical space. And Alex, what's his name? Not Alex. Do I have that book nearby? Steal Like an Artist? Anyhow, can't even think what the author's name is. This is sad. But he talks about how you have two tables. You have your table where you work on digital stuff, like working on the computer, kind of bringing things to completion. And then you have a table where you're working on physical things, where you're kind of coming up with ideas, brainstorming things. And when you start getting drained at the digital table, you go and sit down at the physical table, start messing around with pieces of paper, and start making brainstorming ideas that can later be taken to a digital place where they can be made all nice and proper and get all squared up and stuff. And yeah, then that can make a good difference. Oh, hey, Scarlett. Thanks for stopping by. So just some quotes. These come from Andy J. Pizza. He has a podcast called Creative Pep Talk. Oh, hey, Colby. Welcome to the stream. One of them is make space and time to quiet your brain and allow ideas to flow to you. So like in this world, it can be easy to just have tons of information coming in, tons of like people trying to get your attention, trying to talk to you, trying to get something to your brain, like coming from reels and whatever. And it's important to give your brain space to breathe, to be quiet, and to allow ideas to float in and out of your brain, and to not reject like any of these ideas that you're coming up with for artists, for storytellers, for musicians. And again, that one tiny flame still going. Imagine this little tiny flame, nurturing that flame, carrying it. It's like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, when Zuko and Aang go to like where fire bending began, and they're carrying those little flames. And Aang gets like super tiny, and he's like trying to keep it alive, trying to like protect it. And yeah, you got to keep that little flame going. Oh, thanks, Down, for stopping by. Yep, got to keep that flame going. And another thought from this podcast that Andy J. Pizza did was give your brain and your mind and you give a little space to breathe, to get oxygen, and to build in that nothingness. Basically, like a campfire needs oxygen, it needs fuel, it needs space in between the logs so that the fire can breathe. How's my day going so far? It's going really good. Yeah, today's been a really good day. I'm working on writing a novel, and so I wrote about 1,000 words in that today. That was really good, really fun. And I found that it's really nice to like write in one place for me to see the numbers build up, and to sometimes I'll write a little blurb and then copy and paste that into the larger thing, and to see that number go up is really cool. A tiny spark of light can give an army a lot of vision for their fight. Yep, that's so true, so true. So this was looking back in August. I had this question come to me, and it's funny the question now because now I'm actually writing the book. But it's, how do you build a fan base without writing the book? If you didn't have time to write the book and you wanted to build a fan base around some story, some idea, some theme, and the idea came to me because I was thinking of projects like the Dream SMP, and like storytellers and stories on YouTube and stuff, where like the Dream SMP, it was just tons of friends playing Minecraft together and inviting new people into the server, changing the story around and adding new like value and new interest into the story. And but they had no traditional novel like written for it. They had storytelling, plot lines, arcs, and they did a lot of like improv. They would have like, this is where we want the story to go, but there was a lot of improv. They had memorable characters. They had this team of Minecrafters, if you will, build something that gained a huge fan base. Like, people made animations of these characters. People made like merch and stuff, and like YouTube channel, like people that were in the Dream SMP made their own YouTube channels where they would share their viewpoint of like what was going on in the story, and it was just really interesting to see that. So in other words, if we didn't have an option of making a book or an animated show, how would you build a fan base around your writing and like the worlds that you're building, the characters that you're creating? And this is one that I want to open up to anyone here. Like, what are your thoughts? If you want to build a fan base or build an audience around something, without writing some giant novel, like what is going to rally the troops together and get something going? So just put that question out there. I wanted to talk a little bit about indie animation and the indie space. So indie animation, just kind of breaking it down a little bit, is independent animation done by usually a small team of people. So there's like animation studios, Disney, Pixar, Sony, Illumination, Blue Sky, Studio Ghibli, like Triggerfish. There's so many animation studios. Oh, thanks so much, bro. Yep, building something bigger than yourself and realizing like you're a part of it, something bigger than yourself. That's huge too. So I've like dived into the indie animation space mostly with like YouTubers that have made animated short films, and students in colleges like Gobelin in France, and Sheridan College, and seeing like some of the animated short films that they made. And I'm like, dang, I wish that when I was in college, I would have had that opportunity to like make an animated short film. I think that would have been really cool. And yeah. And with that indie space, it also kind of includes like indie game development a little bit. So I'm going to be talking about that from time to time. There's a lot of indie games I've been super inspired by, like Hollow Knight by Team Cherry, and Celeste is a game that I think it's by like Matt Plays Games. Maybe, don't quote me on that. Dallin will know if he's in here. What was Celeste made by? I think that might Matt something. I can't think of what his name is. Shovel Knight is one that is really cool. There was an indie game that I recently played on the live stream called, I can't even remember what it's called. Oh, I'm trying to remember. It's gonna come back to me, hopefully. I was trying to see if I made a post about it, but it's like a 3D platformer, kind of like Mario 64. I definitely recommend people to check it out. I just can't think of what it's called. But I found it through a YouTube channel, actually. They made like a video about it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I want to check that out. It's one word. That's the name of the game. It's one word. I just can't think of it. I'm trying to see if I have something somewhere. Something somewhere. Let's see. Oh, there it is. It's called Oh, I'm gonna have to open this up. So it's by Brainfrog Games, and it is called Clops, and it's about this little Cyclops dude, and he like runs around this place, and you're collecting eyeballs for your little like I think it's like a little demon dude that all of his power was stolen from him. But yeah, it's a really fun game. It was kind of hard finding all of the eyeballs, but was able to do it overall. Yeah, getting back to like indie animation, these are some short films that I thought were really cool. There's this one, Under the Luminous Sky, and this was a little animatic that someone made. And like some of it's actually closer to like an animatic, but it's still really beautifully drawn, and it led to me this video led to me going in with grease pencil and then just kind of like tracing over with my own character to make it look like Finn from Uptown Warriors. This was made by Wolfie the Witch from Owl House. So yeah, I drew these drawings of Finn, and it was really cool just to see these come together. That was really cool. And then I also did some stuff in Blender, some other stuff in Blender, some like 3D stuff in Blender. I've been making these little random sculpts in Blender, I guess. They're kind of like little Blender monsters. If you've heard of Blender before, it's a 3D program where you can model stuff. You can make games in Blender, actually. You can make animations, and it's pretty neat. And after a while of making these, I decided to start drawing on them, and I called them Blender Beasts. And these are some of the little ones that I did. So I did this little dragon dude, Imagination. And then I did this guy, kind of looks like Hollow Knight, but then the eye. And again, Blender is really cool. It's free. The team behind it's really cool. Blender is an open source 3D modeling, animation, compositing software. It can work with 2D animation, 3D animation. You can make 3D sculpts. You can texture things. It's pretty cool. Basically, it's a 3D/2D art software. So now I wanted to talk a little bit about my experiences with Boy Scouts, because it's been something that's kind of given me a love for camping, for the outdoors, for nature, for the woods, and that's inspired a lot of the stories and things that I write. And I joined Scouts like way back when I was a Tiger Scout. I was a little kid, and I started off with like the rain gutter regattas, where basically you build like these wooden boats, put a little sail on it, and then blow on it, basically like a DS game, and watch it sail down this like rain gutter tube thing. And then after that was like Pinewood Derbies, making little race cars, putting the weights on it, putting it at the top, watching it go down. Um, and that was fun too. And then Cub Scout day camps, where you go and do tons of different things like archery. I think fishing was one of the things that we did. There was this one like giant rock pile, and we just dug through it and found like gems and stuff. That was pretty sweet. And yeah, so many times gathering around the campfire, and gave me a love of campfires. And just this New Year's that we just had, we got to go around the campfire for a little bit, just for like the countdown basically. But it was really cool. And there was this time where I was lost in the woods as a scout, and I didn't really know like where I was going, and I didn't really know like which way was which. But it was dark, and we had gone for a walk for a little bit, and we were walking and decided to be like, okay, where are we going? Oh, hey, big Besky, thanks for stopping by. And I'm talking about a story about when I was in Scout. I was in the woods and turn on the flashlight and like shine it down, and now I'm not like quite sure, but as a kid, like I swear I saw like a gravestone just like sitting there on the ground, and then a couple more. It was kind of like this unmarked grave site, and I was like, oh snap, and just started like just trying to go as fast as I can. I don't remember if I ran or if I just like walked really quickly through the woods, watching where I was going. And we ran out, and we actually made it out to like ran out of the woods, made it out to the road. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We made it out to the road, and just kind of like relieved. Like not like there wasn't gonna be like a zombie arm come out of the ground and like start chasing after us, or ghosts or anything, but it was still kind of scary, being like, oh snap, there's a graveyard. What's going on? So we ended up going on walking along this road, and I kid you not, we looked up in the sky and we saw this silhouette in the sky, and it, to me as a kid, it looked like Hagrid, like riding on his motorcycle with the little sidecar, just like flying off into the distance. We kind of watched that as we continue to walk back, and we found our way back to the campsite, and were able to go to sleep and get a good rest. But I was just like, huh, that's pretty cool. Got to see Hagrid flying over the United States. Pretty cool. And yeah, I wanted to share also a little snippet from one of my stories. The story is called London Rainbow, or Rainbow London. It's just kind of flip and flop and back and forth. This is chapter 3. The scent of hot cocoa drifted up the stairs from the cafe below. Rabbit had a long night working on papers for his class. The mix of chocolate and peppermint piqued his senses and awaked him from his slumber. This story is kind of like inspired by like Arthur, like the animated show, or like Winnie the Pooh. It's also kind of like what's the other one? Like Busy Town, or like Brambly Hedge, that type of thing. Anyway, whoa, what? It's morning already? Rabbit yawned. The sun shone through in rays from the far window. Little dust motes floated in the radiant light. Rabbit sat up and stretched his arms up while seated in the oversized armchair. Rabbit headed downstairs to the cafe, eager to partake of the hot chocolate. Upon arriving at the foot of the stairs, Rabbit saw that Frog was already up at the table by the window eating a raspberry scone. The colors and sights of London filtered through the windows into the cafe like film through a projector. The London fog slept low on the streets as a variety of folks strolled by. Rabbit grabbed a cup of hot cocoa and dropped a coin on the table. Thank you. Frog glimpsed Rabbit approaching the window. Hey, Rabbit, good morning to you. Hey, Frog, Rabbit said as they pulled the stool from under the table and sat beside Frog, facing outwards toward the window. Rabbit yawned again. Want a scone? Frog asked Rabbit, holding out one of her scones smothered in raspberry preserves, a light dusting of powdered sugar on top. Oh, yeah, thanks. Rabbit's eyes lit up as he dipped the scone into his hot cocoa and munched on it with delight. A double-decker bus passed by on the road, sending splashes of red on the two friends eating breakfast. Splashes of red. Oh, because the bus is red. I was like, I wrote this, but I'm like, wait, huh? Chicken walked over and joined the friends at breakfast. Chicken had a nice bowl of apple cinnamon oatmeal with a cup of hot banana tea. Hi, Chicken, Rabbit and Frog said in unison as Chicken joined them at the table, looking out onto the waking city. Hey, Frog. Hey, Rabbit, Chicken said, sitting down, saying a small prayer before dipping into the bowl of oatmeal and the cup of tea. Frog finished her scones and began folding the napkin into a shape of an airplane. And that's the little snippet that you got right now. Also in this entry, I had some quotes. These are both from Van Gogh. One is, if you hear a voice within you say, you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. And this can be for anything. If you hear a voice inside you saying, you cannot write, then by all means write, and that voice will be silenced. There's another quote, I can't remember who it's by, but I think Nathaniel Drew said it in a video once, and it's like, I am constantly doing the things that I don't know how to do to learn how to do them, basically. The other quote from Van Gogh, he's the one who made like Starry Night and Starry Night over the Rhone and a couple of other paintings. He was an impressionistic painter. He's a huge inspiration to me, his art is. And he said, for my part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars makes me dream. I really like that, because like sometimes you can feel like you don't know anything, like you don't know what's true, you don't know like what to believe, but the sight of the stars makes me dream. Like looking up at the stars makes me dream. And like me too, I love to see the stars at night and just like take that all in, you know? It's really nice. And yeah, that was the stuff from that entry. Oh, hey, Void. Nice. Yeah, for real. Stars, they're so good. It's so cool seeing the constellations too. I used to know them a little bit better because I took like a astronomy class, but now I can just like, I think I can find one of the dippers and that's about it. Have I heard of Louis Wain? I don't think so. Louis Wain. I don't think so. Or Louis, yeah. No, I don't think I have before. Was he an artist? Oh, he painted cats. Nice, that's cool. Cats are pretty cool. I've been drawing some cats, kind of. There's like a little tiny cat right there. Xander's cat. Chai. He's a fire demon. Yeah, I think I might have some other cats in here. Cats. Where is a cat? There's a cat. It's like one of those I Spy books. There's a cat. Oh, thanks. Oh, they're all like really small. There's a cat. What a little guy. Having like a scavenger hunt trying to find the cats I've drawn. I think. Do I have? So one of my cousins, he really loves cats, and that really inspired cats in a lot of my stories. Is there a cat for man? Where is that page? I guess there's no cats in this page, but this is my cousin as a character. Oh, hey, the Artistic Gamer. Yeah, I do play D&D. Just been getting into it more. I play it, I have one like in-person game, and that's been really cool. My friend is the DM for that one. And then I do one like over Discord and been getting to know them and stuff. And we're like in a haunted mansion right now. It's pretty neat. I'm still learning, especially like, and one of them I'm a wizard, and wizards are confusing sometimes, like knowing like how I learn spells and like write down spells and stuff. Still trying to figure that out. I swear there's another cat in here. Where are you, cat? Oh, there's a cat. There he is. Little cat with Xander. Yeah, D&D is pretty fun. I'm also playing a game of Fate. Yeah, a little silly cat. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, I like to have fun with art and not worry about. I can be a perfectionist sometimes, but I'm trying to not worry about perfection. Just kind of making stuff that's fun. Oh, there's another cat. He has a really long tail. This is a really derpy cat, but there you go. And oh, here's the other cat. So this is Kimchi. It's like a cow cat, basically. He has spots. He's also a little baby cat. He's really small. Oh, here's all the other cats. Cats. The stream has just turned into cats. Cats. Yeah, calico cats are super cool. I don't know if I've shown this one yet, but there's another cat. That's Chai. So he's like a fire demon. So basically he can just burst into flame and turn into a fire. He can also be like a little lump of coal. And yeah, he's a cool guy. I think this is the last cat in here. Boop, cat. Yeah, fire cats. It's pretty cool. I had like this picture come in my head of like a cat just like walking up and then like sees this pile of logs just like ready to be burned and just like jumps, pounces on this pile of logs and then catches fire. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I love Chai too. He's a really cool character. I've just drawn oh, I just found another cat. I don't know what just fell, but it's okay. This is like a really small thumbnail. That's Xander and Finn. And there's Chai on his shoulder. Like food? Cats? Or chai? Well, chai means tea. But also I think in some language, it means something related to fire as well, which I didn't know that when I chose the name Chai. I actually chose it because I saw Across the Spider-Verse, and I just thought it was a cool name. The wood slash logs, what the cat mean? Oh, yeah. The cat's like food? He just jumps, munches up all the food. And I thought about Xander also being able to like have like lumps of coal that he can feed to the cat, and then the cat just like eats it up, and then yeah, Across the Spider-Verse was it was so good, so good. I love all the different spider people and Gwen and like Spider-Punk and I think it's like I'm trying to remember how to pronounce his name, like Pavitier. The Spider-Man and Moombatan. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Lots of cats. I've drawn some foxes too. I don't know if there's any in here. I don't know if I showed this cat, but there's another Chai cat. And Xander with thick eyebrows. So thick. I think that's all of them now. Yeah, so I have that fantasy story. Yeah, I don't know if I have any. I don't have any foxes in here. I don't think, unless. So the foxes for this story that I made, that's like a Korean folktale, called The Grateful Ghost, and I mixed that with a mystery story that I was writing, and made it into a comic book. I could have sworn there's a fox somewhere in here, right? Maybe not. Oh, I don't know if I showed this cat. Just tons of little cats. I wonder where I put the comic book. Anyhow, here's a vampire Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. Do I have it? I wonder where that would be. I'll have to look around for it and have it on a stream one time. Because I don't have anything. I've been sketching on these, like shipping labels. I've also just been taking notes. Yeah, there's like a little Xander with his hot cocoa. Man, why don't I draw foxes? I'll have to draw more foxes. You know, like when people have like the bird that like they hold out on their arm, that's where this idea came from. There's Toast with his cat kimchi. And here's Mephiles with the candy cane. Oh, you do the same thing with sticky notes? Yeah, just sometimes like doodle randomly. This was really weird. I don't know what this is, but there you go. Christmas, I guess, maybe. That was weird. One-eyed dude. Thanks. Yeah, I love kimchi and chai too. And my cousin recently got, well, kind of has a cat. Let me see. Why do I not draw foxes? There's a chicken. His name's Koji. This is like a cyclops dude sleeping. Yeah, like Polyphemus. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Odyssey. Yeah, the music that they've been making, epic musical, is so good. Chickens are awesome. I grew up playing like Legend of Zelda, and chickens, like, there's a triangle, dude. Chickens were something that I loved to chase in that game. I got this guy. Another Cyclops. Yeah, the triangle does kind of look like Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. Yeah. Yeah, the epic musical, that'd be super sweet to come out. I also have just like made like random notes. These were notes I made about, it flips it, but notes I made about, can I do it this way? Oh, whoa. Aha. There you go. About Rebecca Sugar and Steven Universe. Secrets. Life hacks right there. Man, I thought I had a fox in here. I have these like Cyclops octopus things. Silly notes. I have these flames. Cyclops flames. Got a dragon. Unicorn. And some singing hills. I was playing like Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Yeah, singing hills, they're fun. Art is a vessel that multiple people can get into. That's so interesting how that works. Silly notes. Why don't I have any drawings? So many notes. Oh, here's some more of the dudes. There's ice and toast. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I came across that quote and I was like, dang, I really like this quote too. Let's see. We have ice and tacos on there. And this is Finn. I swore I had a fox in here. Guess not. Oh, from the story that I was sharing, this is the little bunny dude from that story. So, yeah. This guy has a huge face. Cyclops with some headphones. I like taking fantasy things and like bringing them into the modern world. Man, why do I have no foxes? That's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Look at all this. What is this? What is going on? Wow, there you go. Huh, okay, well that's a bummer. I wonder if I have any, I need to find a fox now. It's like, oh, no worries, yeah. That's all good. That's true. Huh, yeah, I don't know. Well, I found this. This is the comic I did. This is just the digital version. There's the fox. Blurry. Yeah. Anyhow. Yeah, it's been fun doing sketches and working in the sketchbook and stuff, and doing these little sketches. It's been fun. I guess I can show this way, so then the words show through. Toasty. And this guy. Stay cozy. Yeah, huh. Guess I gotta draw some more foxes. That is, yeah, stay toasty. Yeah, the story is interesting because so Toast, the story that has kimchi in it, is kind of like a cyberpunk story, I guess. It all started when, let's see if I can do this. What? Is this gonna work? I saw Across the Spider-Verse moment in my art. Oh, did the video cut? Oh. Well, yeah, this is the Spider-Man. It was after I saw Across the Spider-Verse, and there's Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, and yeah. So I drew this. I was like, that was a super cool movie. And then I drew this. This is one of my characters. I think it might have been because I went out for a second. Oh, hey, what up? What's up, Neo Cyberwatch? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm just going through my sketchbook. This is Ice. He has like a rock band guitar that he can play, and kind of like a bard, and that shoots like energy out of it. So I drew this one. I was like, dang, that turned out really well. So I had these markers. They're somewhere around here. Are these them? Yeah, these are them. The Ohuhu markers. Thanks, yeah. I thought that was a really fun idea. And I grew up playing a little bit of like Guitar Hero and stuff, so there's a little bit of inspiration from that. So that was Ice, and this is Mephiles. We all had like a gaming YouTube channel together, so I made these characters based on our avatars. We'd always say Chaos Swiss Roll, so I actually made it into a pillow right there. But yeah. And when he's kind of like the dad of the group, I guess. Oh, you have your own set of the Ohuhu markers? That's sweet. They're super nice. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Neo. And this is Toast. He, based on my brother. He has like a little Game Boy that kind of works like a Tamagotchi, and he can summon familiar from it, kind of like a Pokemon. We went to the gym together once. Oh, okay. What's up, man? Good to have you in here. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad it worked out. This is Toast. And he has the little cat, Kimchi, which was a thing that happened later. So when I drew this, like there's no... Well, this is kind of like a semblance of a cat. But other than that, there wasn't really any cats in the story at that point. But yeah, he loves like D&D, boba, anime, Heelys, lightsabers. And his thing is like a D&D dice and the VR headset. He can see like the boss. They're fighting against these giant like bosses, kind of like kaiju, and he can see like their health and different weaknesses and stuff like that. This is Mini Beast, also known as Mini. He loves like Minecraft, and he has 2 Switch Joy-Cons, and they turn into little like lightsaber blades. You like, and it goes, zzz, and it ignites. This is a fox. So I don't have many drawings of a fox, but I have many drawings of Fox. He's one of my friends. This character is based on him, and he loves like Naruto and stuff and PlayStation. So I was trying to figure out what his weapon may be. It may be like a yo-yo or some type of ninja thing, but with like PlayStation stuff on it. But yeah, I really like how this page turned out. Have like some Japanese in there, and the little PlayStation logo stuff. And this is Bacon. He is, I know the names are all food, but his name was Bacon Slug, like kind of like Metal Slug, like Army, I guess. And yeah, that's just was his name. So he has like little bacon strips for his, are they called lapels, maybe? And he has a Game Boy Advance as his, and his power is a secret. But he likes strawberries. Don't forget, he likes strawberries. Yep. Because one time we played, he's based on my cousin. One time we played Celeste with him, which is this indie game, and you can collect strawberries throughout the game. They're just like hidden throughout. And we told him like they're like a collectible, and then he just wanted to collect every single one, even when they were really hard to find or hard to get to. This is Tacos. He has a guitar with the like redundancy of like the Guitar Hero guitar and then the keytar. His might change. He likes like Minecraft and Legend of Zelda and stuff. So there's a couple of ideas. I want to design this hoodie right here. It has like the pouch is like a taco, but you would like stick your hand into like if you imagine the pouch, you would stick your hand into the taco, and that would be the pouch. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah. This is grape, like the fruit, and he has like those Kool-Aid things, the ones where you twist off the top, and he can throw them like a grenade. Because all of their weapons, all these things have been enchanted by these stars passing over this like weird star thing. And he's a pretty shy dude, but he also has a lightsaber right there. And he likes juice. This is his brother, Cheese. He likes art, and this was, I drew from Voltron. I think this might have been too. Tried a couple of like little anime type things. And still trying to figure out what his weapon is going to be. Right now it's like an 8-ball, but I don't know if I'm going to stick with that. Maybe something related to art, or I don't know. Then this is Joker. He's the trickster. He has playing cards and yeah, magical playing cards. You can like toss them. Kind of like, I think his name is Gambit from X-Men. And then this is Wilbur. He's based on my oldest brother. And he likes VHS tapes, Super Nintendo, bananas, oatmeal. He's a milkman, so he goes around delivering milk. And he's really cool. His power is a secret as well. And then we already saw the cats and Finn and stuff. Yeah, I think most of the pages are almost full in this. There's like this Neptune statue. That was cool. See, there's Fox. He's like an easy character to draw. So is Toast. Xander's pretty easy too, but and he's a fun character to draw. See, there's another fox. So we got a ton of foxes. It's okay. And here's Finn from the fantasy story. There's a link in the description to my newsletter, and I've been sharing parts of the fantasy story. This is Alf. He's my D&D character. I wonder if, oh, there's another fox. Another fox. Got a lot of foxes. But yeah, so the idea with the story, with the Tanuki Hero story, was to have this group of friends that's taking all these nostalgic guys. This chair is so creaky, and like fighting up against like demons and shadows of another realm. And like one of the arcs, I guess, that I want the story to go through is called Lost Levels. That's when two of the main characters, Toad and Mephiles, get transported into kind of this video game world, kind of like Tron or like Spy Kids 3, I think. So yeah, I think that would be really cool. I drew this little like Jedi Padawan dude. Jedi Padawan dude. Yeah, so it's been fun just like working on these little doodles and stuff. I have other sketchbooks. This one's almost full, and then I can keep moving forward with my... Is it down here somewhere? Oh yeah, because I've been using it for D&D. I've been taking notes. It's been kind of cool. So it's like a fantasy notebook, sketchbook. There's still a lot of empty pages. But I think this was one of the first things I did back in February. This like ancient ruins type thing. Just looking at some reference on Pinterest. Ooh, it's bright. And yeah, so I've been keeping track of the D&D sessions. It's in another language. Well, it's in English, but it's impossible to read because it's backwards. Well, it's not impossible to read. I wonder if I can do the trick again. No, the paper's too thick. Yeah, I've wanted to draw like more little wizard dudes, so I've been drawing those. And there's a little ice winter vibes. Huh. Yeah, there's still a ton of pages left in this book. Oh, there's actually a fox in here. There he is. There's Fox. I think PlayStation is really cool because you have, like most things, like most consoles, it's like A and B and stuff. But on the PlayStation, you have like this triangle and square and circle and the X. So it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet, pretty neat. Since I read chapter 1 of Tanuki Hero, I'm gonna finish off this stream by reading chapter 2. So Tanuki Hero is the story that we kind of been talking about with toast and bacon and ice and all them. So chapter 2, The Unexpected Party. That's crazy. Sounds like quite the adventure, Bacon smiled. Deep in conversation, the two friends almost didn't notice that they had reached their destination. There stood on the exterior of the building. There they stood on the exterior of the building on which sat the loft, a long-since abandoned library, which the friends had now adopted as their home. I'm getting tired. Bacon looked up at the loft and back to Toad. Well, we're here, home sweet home. I I've got to get back to my wife and kid. Good to see you again, man. Bacon embraced Toad again and put his hand on his shoulder and smiled. Toad was sad to say goodbye to his friend, even if it was just momentary, but he smiled back as well. Yeah, you too. So Toad has just traveled into the city, and Bacon was met him there, and then walked him back. He was the first one to welcome him back home. Bacon began to walk away, then stopped and turned around. Actually, you should hold on to this. I remember you having a file in here, right? He reached into his pocket, then handed Toad the Game Boy Advance. And just like that, he was gone. Toad looked up in trepidation at the front door, then back to where Bacon once stood. Suddenly, the door burst open. There stood Ice, his brother, right in the door, way in front of him. Before Toad knew it, Ice gave him a warm embrace. Hey, bro, welcome home. It's great to see you. Ice put his arm around Toad, leading him to the door. Come on, man, we gotta get you upstairs to show you what we've done to the place. You'll hardly recognize it. The two reached the top of the stairs, dead-ended by a door. Well, here we are. Those stairs are quite the workout, huh? Ice opened the door and everything inside was dark. Wow, yeah, hardly recognize it. I can hardly see it, Toad chuckled warmly. Ice reached over to the wall and flipped a light switch on. The scene filled with light, revealing the friends all standing there. They all shouted, Surprise! Ice stood there dumbfounded, as he could hardly recognize the place he had just left. The blankets previously strewn about the room were now folded nicely in the corner basket. The counter was decorated with various bowls of punch, and the dining table, which till this moment he forgot they had, was decked out in a delicious variety of foods. Toad was surprised and elated as well. They all embraced in a hug. Then there was a knock at the door. Minnie went to open it, and there stood Toad's old friend, Joker. He was much more muscular now, with a deck of cards in hand. Joker had dark hair, with a similar complexion to Minnie. They're brothers. You didn't start the party without me, did you? Joker smirked. Toad embraced Joker as they all laughed together. Well, what are we standing around for? Let's eat, Meph exclaimed. After the hearty sustenance, if you want to see the words, these are... Hello? Are we back? Bellies full and hearts warm, Toad looked around at his friends with gratitude in his eyes. Ice looked at his brother Toad. So, what are your plans, man? Toad looked back, then stared off into the distance. I don't know. I guess just take life as it comes, Toad chuckled. I can't believe all of you are living here together. Must be such a crazy fun time. Toast chimed in. Don't worry, man. We won't take it easy on you. You'll be getting the crazy full force. The friends laughed in agreement. Toad looked around, realizing that one of his friends had disappeared. Wait, where's Meph? But it was too late. Meph was standing above them further up the roof as he shouted below. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Chaos, Swiss, roll. Meph rained down a barrage of cinnamon buns upon the friends. Suddenly, the power across the city went out. What's going on? Fox shouted. The friends all looked up just as bright neon light shot across the sky. It fell down toward their building, illuminating the dark surroundings. The city then returned to normal as power returned to the buildings around them. Tacos was the first to respond. Whoa, that was weird. Mephiles smiled down at his friends below. Guess it's just the city welcoming you home. Toast looked up in sudden fear. Oh dang, my PC. I left it running. He jumped to his feet and headed into the house. The others followed suit. The loft was dark, except for glows of light coming from various places in the room. Each object was glowing at a different frequency. On the main floor, the guitar, keytar, and Joy-Cons were all glowing with an eerie pulsating light, each a different color. Toast returned from upstairs. All good, guys. My PC's fine. The Virtual Boy is a bit weird, though. He held up the VR headset, which was now also glowing its own color. The friends looked around dumbfounded. And check this out. Toast reached into his pocket and pulled out his D20. It was now also pulsating with the same glow of light. Toad instinctively reached into his pocket and pulled out Bacon's BBA, now glowing. This is quite irregular. Guess all the tech got affected somehow, Toast regarded. I'm not too sure, Tacos. Check it out, Cheese responded. They all looked over where Cheese and Grape were standing, with a Costco-sized pack of Kool-Aid jammers now glowing as well. Yeah, not just tech, man. Joker held up his deck of cards, glowing mysteriously. Pretty cool effect, though, Joker smiled. Meph returned from around the corner with his prized Nintendo Power Glove that his dad had given him. Holding it in his hands, it was also glowing. The friends, each intrigued by the glowing, picked up the objects one by one, examining them. Wow, things sure have changed. What is this, guys? Some type of new tech? Toad questioned. The friends looked around silently in confusion. Toast was now the first to respond. Nah, man, we ain't sure what this is. Just then the lights flickered and a dark entity appeared before them. It approached slowly, closer. Ice was now visibly concerned. Guys, what's going on? What are we supposed to do? The friends each stood back against the wall, holding the glowing objects. Well, these are glowing. Guess they must do something cool? Toad chuckled. Mephiles stood at the head of them as he placed the power glove on his bandaged hand. Yup, let's put this to the test. He pumps his fist in preparation. The friends looked around at each other and nodded in agreement. Meph led the charge. Chaos, Swiss roll. Should I read the next chapter? Chapter 3 of so for people that have hopped in, I'm reading from a story that I'm writing called Tanuki Hero. It's like a story about a group of friends that go up against demons and shadows of another realm with like nostalgic accessories. So like game controllers and Game Boys, Guitar Hero guitars, that type of thing. Chapter 3, When Death Knocks. There was a hollow knock from the front door. Who could be here at this hour? Bacon wondered out loud as he made his way downstairs. Bacon slowly opened the door, revealing the milkman standing there apologetically. Oh, it's you, Wilbur. How goes it? Bacon smiled. Wilbur stood, looking intently at Bacon's shoes. Sorry this is so late. It won't happen again, Wilbur stuttered. Bacon smiled warmly. No worries, Wilbur. He took the milk bottles from the young boy. Thank you for coming by. As these words left Bacon's mouth, he looked out in the distance just in time to see a burst of light shoot across the sky and land right smack where the loft stood. Oh no! Oh no. Bacon gasped. Suddenly power failed and all was darkness. Back in the loft, Ice was the first to jump forward after the battle cry. Standing with the guitar strapped over his back, he swung it into hand and began mashing buttons furiously. Hyped on adrenaline and excitement, all that entered his mind was through the fire and the flames, which couldn't have been more appropriate for the present situation they were in. As the guitar riffs began, energy matching the hue of Ice's guitar, a light blue began pushing the entity back towards the wall, and the friends were able to gain ground and stand more firmly. Tacos was the next to join, playing in succession with Ice on the guitar, each note taking form in neon yellow and smashing against the darkness, causing it to falter even more. The others, seeing the success and sheer epicness of it all, smiled and began to fight as well. Grape throwing luminous Kool-Aid at the dark entity as it split and more foes stood in their way. Oh, sweet, Minnie shouted. At this point, Minnie had figured out how to unsheath his Joy-Cons, which came out as blades of light. One cyan, one magenta, each slashing and slicing through the entities and defeating the darkness. As the battle neared its end, all the friends felt strong as ever. It seemed that all was just about back to normal, or at least how normal it could be after what had just happened. But their relief was in vain. The remaining dark entities suddenly stopped fighting, then fell back, It seemed to be a surrender, but indeed it was far from it. The retreating entities met and merged in a way that was both frightening and spectacular. The foe towering before them now was much more than the group of them could handle. "Oh man, here comes the boss fight," Joker retorted. That's chapter 3. How you guys doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing well out there. With writing, something that I've learned is just like trying new things and just seeing what sticks. It's kind of like throwing pasta at the wall, seeing what sticks, seeing what works, and what matches the feel, what matches the vibe. Whoa. I don't know. Should we go into chapter 4? The beast before them. Or maybe we'll leave that to another day. Yeah, we'll leave that to another day. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by and for liking. If you're watching this now or after the fact and you enjoyed it, comment, like, subscribe, and I guess do whatever you want. And yeah, hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by this little live stream. I will see you all later. Thanks for stopping by. Peace. Goodbye.